to your Upstreet at-home service. I am Miss Denise, and I am so glad to see you this week. I'm at my house, you're at your house, and we are doing church together still. So I am super excited. This is our last week in our Indescribable series. The last time we're taking a look at the life app of creativity. So it's coming up on the screen, and we're going to say it all together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Creativity. Imagining what you could do because you're made in God's image. Say it again. Imagining what you could do because you're made in God's image. And you guys have kind of been showing off your creativity. I've gotten some photos and a video or two of you guys doing the things that you were created to do. So we're going to take a look at our Upstreet friends showing off their creativity. Take a look at this.
Upstreet. My name is Mr. Chris. I'm the 4th and 5th grade small group leader for the boys. 4th graders, I want to welcome you guys moving up, and 5th graders, can't wait to see y'all back. One of the things that we are studying this month is called creativity. I like to show my creativity by building things, like this tree house here. How do you guys like to show your creativity?
Hey, 4th and 5th grader girls, this is Miss Melissa. I just wanted to pop on here and tell you how much we've missed you and to welcome my new upcoming 4th graders. I'm real excited to meet you and get together with you very soon. The last couple weeks we've been talking about creativity, and I wanted to give you an idea of some of the ways I like to be creative. That is in cooking. I like to try different recipes and swap out ingredients, make something crazy that I've never tried before. So my family's been happening to practice learning to like some of that, and hopefully one day I'll be able to share some of those with you. Have a great day, and remember, we love you and we miss you.
I loved seeing those photos and the videos of you guys being super creative, and that was awesome. Yay! Very cool. Well, I am filming in my kitchen today because I like to be creative when I'm baking in my kitchen, and there are 2 ingredients that I use a lot. One of them is sugar and the other is salt. Now, sugar and salt, they kind of look similar, don't they? They're both like white, really fine, kind of powdery kind of stuff, but they taste completely different, and they make things taste completely different. And when you're baking, you can use both of these, but it's really important that you get the right amount of one of these in whatever you're doing. So, I thought in our game today, we would see how well you guys could come up with which thing that if we were making it, which ingredient would we need the most of, okay? All right, so what's gonna happen is the picture's gonna come up on screen. You're gonna need a piece of paper and a pencil, and you're gonna write 1 through 10, okay? And I'm gonna show you a picture of an item. You're gonna tell me what ingredient would need to be in that item. Would it be the sugar or would it be the salt? Okay, and you're gonna write that down. And then I'm gonna show you the correct answer. If you get it right, what? If you get it wrong, it's okay. You just kind of mark that one out and go on to the next one, okay? All right, you guys ready? Okay, so just remember, you're choosing sugar or you're choosing salt. Here comes your first picture. Coming up on the screen that way. Yeah, it's a pixie stick. Pretty sure you're gonna get this one right. What would be the main ingredient? Right, sugar. Okay, awesome. Okay, you ready? Here comes number 2. Here comes the picture. Potato chips. Now, It might be a tough one for some of you. All right, ready? You guys know which one it is? Make sure you write it down. Here comes your answer. Boom. Right. Salt for the potato chips. Okay, comes the next one. I think you're gonna get this one. All right, here it comes. Ready? Chocolate chip cookies. Oh, they are so good when they're fresh, coming out of the oven, nice and hot and gooey. Ooh, but which ingredient would you need the most? Sugar or salt? Got it? Written down? Okay, boom. Sugar. Awesome. Okay, we're moving on. Here comes the next one. This one's gonna be easy, I think. Here it comes. Ready? Ice cream. Ice cream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. I'm actually lactose intolerant, so I don't eat a lot of ice cream, but I know that you guys do. So would it be sugar or would it be salt? Okay, ready? Here it comes. Boom. Sugar. So if you got that one right, give yourself a check mark. If you didn't, it's okay. We're moving on to the next one. Up on the screen, it's coming. Guacamole. Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I know a lot of people are. You usually find it in Mexican restaurants, or you can make it home from scratch. So would you use salt or would you use sugar? What would be the main ingredient? Go ahead and mark it down. Are you ready for the answer? Here it comes. Boom. Salt on that one. Very good. Okay, here comes your next one. A pretzel. Who likes pretzels? I kind of like pretzels, so I know the answer to this one. All right, if you were gonna make pretzels, what do you think the primary ingredient would be? Sugar or salt? Okay, write it down, and here it comes. Salt. Okay, all right, you ready for the next one? Here it comes. Brownies. Brownies are yummy for your tummy. Would you need sugar or salt? Which one would be your primary ingredient? Write it down. Here it comes. Sugar. Absolutely. Okay, comes the next one. Oh my goodness. Do you see that? That is like the most scrumptious looking chocolate cake I have seen. I wonder if Zach and Hannah made that. You know, they had their little baking show, which was pretty awesome, by the way. So what would be the primary ingredient? Salt or sugar? Write it down. Here comes your answer. Booyah, sugar. You guys are rocking it out, I'm pretty sure, on this one. All right, here it comes, broccoli. I love broccoli. Broccoli is yummy for your tummy. Would you say that salt is a main ingredient for broccoli or sugar? Some of you would say sugar because you want it to make it to taste better, but that would not be the correct answer. The correct answer would be salt. You're right. Okay, here comes our last one. Are you ready? Number 10 is ketchup. Okay, ketchup. Not the French fries, but the ketchup. Would the primary ingredient be salt or would the primary ingredient be sugar? This could be a tough one. Ready? Write it down. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3. It is actually sugar. I know, right? You probably didn't realize that ketchup had sugar in it, but it certainly does. Awesome. All right, we'll count out the number of ones that you got right. Take a quick photo of you and your paper. Have your parents text me to the number on the bottom of the screen, and you will get a special prize this week. Awesome. Yay, I can't wait to see how you guys did. Now, speaking of creativity, Jesus used a lot of creativity when he was telling stories and trying to make a point. And we're going to see that today in our story today.
Man, what I wouldn't give for a peanut.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Jacob, and today we're getting creative with light. Creativity is imagining what you could do because you were made in God's image. And God could tell you a thing or two about light. It was the first thing he created, after all. Let there be light. Oh, no, too bright, too bright. Did you know that light can travel at 186 1,000 miles per second. If you were in a spaceship, it would take you 3 days to get to the moon. Light can travel to the moon in about a second.
Fly me to the moon, let me put in the stars, and never...
You can use light in all kinds of creative ways. Not only can you make shadow puppets, you need light to take pictures and make videos.
This won't do it all. This is terrible lighting. Lights! No, down with the lights. No, too bright. Thank you.
You can use lights to make a concert more exciting. You can even use light to communicate.
SOS. Need help. I'm out of chocolate. Sad emoji. I don't actually know Morse code.
In today's story, we're going to learn about another use for light. In fact, we're going to learn how you and me can be the light. I can make a bee. I can make a bee.
You gotta get the wings. Oh, okay.
Bee.
I'm a bee.
See you in a few.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 13 through 16.
Keisha Jones tied the strings of a large white apron carefully behind her back. She glanced at awe at the gleaming silver countertops and appliances in the kitchen of a cupcakery where her brother Robert worked.
This is amazing.
Yeah, pretty great Maya's letting us use the mixer and stove.
Pretty great you're helping me.
Keisha offered to bake cookies to raise funds for the new marching band uniforms. Even better, she convinced Robert to help her. He clipped a smudged recipe page over the counter.
Brown butter and toffee chocolate chip cookies? Sounds weird.
Trust me, they are the bomb. Robert worked evenings in a bakery for 3 years, so Keisha had to admit, he probably did know. She looked over the recipe.
2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt?
Actually, we're quadrupling the recipe, so that's 4 teaspoons of salt. Robert tossed Keisha a set of measuring spoons.
Cookies are supposed to be sweet. Won't the salt ruin them?
Nope. Salt actually brings out the flavors.
What does that even mean?
You want to test it out? Fine. I'll make a batch with salt. You make one without.
You're on.
The siblings worked quickly as Robert showed Keisha how to mix dry ingredients and wet ingredients separately.
What do we do now?
Add the dry ingredients into the wet mix on low speed. Slowly, or you will make a flour storm all over this kitchen.
I knew that.
As Keisha worked, though, she began to hear another sound over the mixer.
Wow, rain's really coming down.
Yeah, and this is such an old building that every time it storms, the power goes out.
I can't see a thing.
Robert fumbled with his phone until the flashlight came on. It always comes back on pretty fast. We can wait it out. Robert settled down on the floor, back against the cabinets. Keisha sighed and sat down too. She checked her phone.
My battery's dying. Entertain me.
What? You can't live without your phone?
I don't know. Tell me a story.
I was just thinking of one. About salt.
Really?
One that Jesus told.
Ooh, that one. Sermon on the Mount.
Well, it fits. You know, the cookies.
Fine. Read it to me, preacher man.
It's in Matthew.
I know that.
Robert settled in with his Bible app. Jesus saw the crowds, so he went up on a mountainside and sat down. Then he began to teach. And pretty quick he gets into this part. You are the salt of the earth.
That's it?
Well, No. I mean, then Jesus talks about throwing out the salt if it loses its saltiness.
How do you even know if you're salty?
I think it's like the cookies. Salt makes things taste better. And people who follow Jesus can make life taste better.
Like chocolate chip cookies.
Robert punched her lightly in the shoulder. You know what I mean. When we share God's story, we bring hope to others. We help to fill their lives with kindness and joy and peace. All that good stuff.
Okay, I get it. Salt, good. There's something about light too, right?
Yep. Jesus says, "You are the light of the world." People do not light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand. Then it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine so others can see it. Then they will see the good things you do, and they will bring glory to your Father who is in heaven. Keisha shifted, trying to get comfortable on the hard floor.
So when we follow Jesus,
By showing God's love to others.
when we do that, others can see God better and what to do.
Like a bright light. Yikes! Robert leapt up to try to stop the mixer as the power came on. Keisha stood and stretched, blinking.
Like a bright light. You planned that, huh?
Of course.
Well played. Hey, I'm gonna put salt in my batch of cookies after all.
Well played. As Keisha measured the salt, she smiled. The cookies would have came out great, but she had some thinking to do about ways she can become salt and light herself.
Jesus said that I am a light. He said that you are a light, and we should let our light shine so others can see it. And when we shine our lights, it will help point people to God. So, how do we shine our lights? Well, we can give someone a helping hand. Oh, goodness. Oh! We can cheer someone on. You can listen when someone else needs to talk. That's my ear. Listening. Only you can shine your light the way you can. So get creative. All you have to do is treat others the way Jesus did. Love people, serve people, and treat people like they matter. Then you'll be giving people a glimpse of God's story. You'll show people how much God loves them and how much they matter to Him. Here's the one thing to remember today. God created you to share His story. Tell people with your words what God has done, or use your actions to point people to Him. No matter what, let your light shine.
I know I'll never forget that. I'll see you next time. Oh, it's too bright. It's too bright. Bye. Oh, okay.
You made the earth, you keep it spinning. You made the ocean and everything in it, and you made the sky so blue, and you made every other color too. You made the sun, you keep it shining. You put the moon up in the midnight sky, and everything around me created by you only. I just wanna thank you, 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. You made my feet, you made my hands. You make me sing and you make me dance, 'cause your love is all around me, and your love is so astounding. I just wanna thank you, 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. Here we go, break it down now. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful.
The good news is that God's story is for everyone, and we have that opportunity to share God's story with people around us. And you're like, well, how do we do that? Well, we can tell them all about who God is, about what He's done in our lives, about how amazing He is, or we can show them. That's what it means to be salt and light. So in our actions, when people see the things that we do, they can know that God has those things and is doing those things as well. For example, when we show kindness to people, then they get to know that God is kind. When we are patient with people, then they can know that God is patient with them. And when we love people, especially people who are different than us, then it gives us the opportunity for them to know that God loves them even more than they could ever imagine. Our bottom line for today is coming up on the screen. Here it comes. Let's read it all together. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. God created you to share His story. God created you to share His story. And you can use your creativity in the things that God has given you to do, whether it's art, singing, writing, being a good friend, making things. You can use that in the ways that you show other people about God, okay? It's simple. We want to be salt and light, as our Bible story today talked about. We want to be that in our community, in our school, in our neighborhoods, around even our family. We want people to know more about God, and the way that we can do that is to show them through our actions and tell them through our words. Awesome. Well, that's pretty much all the time that we have for today, and I am super excited because next week we begin a brand new series, a brand new life app, and it's going to be pretty awesome because we're going to take Upstreet on the road. We're actually going to an Upstreet Kids house and doing Upstreet with some kids just to kind of do something different and fun, and I will have a really big announcement to make next week, so don't miss it. All right, guys, have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.